JB Morrow, go and get your bag.
Hello, hi, it's Summer. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be the first official episode of Hi Boitshepo. For this very first episode, I just thought we should kickstart off whatever that is. We should start things like smoothly with a simple reflecting and planning episode. So basically this episode, we're just going to be reflecting on the past decisions that I have made that have affected the things that are happening right now in my life, because believe me when I tell you, it's only March and I've been through the most. Okay, I guess this is also going to be a sort of get to know me video, but with a twist, because I'll be getting to know myself, because as I'm talking to myself, I am basically reflecting on the things that I have done that have basically shaped me to become the person that I am today. So yeah, let's get into it. Firstly, firstly, we're gonna talk about my prayer life, okay? Because God first. If we're now gonna get God to first, then I know man does, okay? Let's talk a bit about my prayer life. So one of my main goals for this year was, even like for last year, I don't know why I keep failing myself, and the worst part of it, I feel like I'm failing Jesus Christ, okay? So one of my main goals for this year was that I wanted to have like an actual active prayer life, okay? Sharp. So with my prayer life, I feel like I was born into a Christian family, so obviously that sets like a foundation for me. I've had a pretty much Christian life. Let me just say it was just a full-blown Christian life, because yeah, I feel like most of my values, they are deeply rooted in my religion. Can I say that? They're deeply rooted in my religion, and you know how I was raised by a Christian mother, and yeah, I feel like that's that. But with me specifically, I would say my relationship with God actually started to exist when I was like 17, because I remember that I was in matric. So when I was like 17, that's when I actually started to like build a real solid relationship with Jesus. And yeah, from then it was just a mess, yeah, trial and error. I don't want to lie, probably more errors than successes. Got a lot of things that I have done. So yeah man, it's just been a little bit wishy-washy, but we're getting right on track. Basically I'm just going to be like fixing my relationship with God right now, because it's still a little bit wishy-washy. It's like sometimes I just get so annoyed at everything, and I'm like, not even prayer is going to fix this, but I know it's probably going to fix. Like sometimes it doesn't necessarily fix the problem, but it makes me calm in a way. I would say, like, I don't know, it's like you are very thirsty and then you get water, it just quenches that thirst. It's like sometimes I be feeling so angry, or maybe I'm just so disappointed at everything. Like right after I pray, it's almost like I'm taking drugs, because I'm not saying we would say like prayer is like taking drugs, but it's almost like I'm taking drugs, because sometimes I feel like it works instantly. Like when I'm panicking, I panic like a lot. Like when I'm panicking, or maybe like I'm just like depressed, like I'm just not really depressed. I don't know if I've ever been depressed. I just know I hit rock bottom sometimes. Like sometimes I hit rock bottom and then I'm just anxious all the time. I know if I pray, like when I pray, right after like I'm done praying, like it works just like that. So that's it about my prayer life. So I hope by the end of this series we would have done so much in my prayer life, so point I would say, yeah, we can actually point at something and be like, yeah, that has actually improved. About relationships, I'm just going to be plain straightforward. I'm just going to be plain. I'm going to be straightforward, because it is what it is. Or my relationship with my parents, guys, it's fine. I don't know, it's fine with all of my parents. With all of my parents, I mean all three of them. I have like 3 parents, active parents. Okay, I can explain. There's no polygamy stuff going on there. No, it's just my dad had my mom, and then after my mom there's another mom. Yeah, something of that sort. I feel like I'm the most close with my dad. I love that man. I love my dad, okay? So everything kinda is just my dad. I'm really sorry. Mom, mama, that's sorry, Shem. I love my dad. I'm not saying I love my mom any less. I love both my mom and my dad, but I'm just really, really close due to some logistical reasons. I'm very close to my dad. I'm like really, really close to my dad. I do love my mom, and I feel like my mom and I are very similar in a lot of ways, to a point I would say we don't necessarily clash. I ever since it was me, I don't think I've ever fought with my mom. Jawari, oh, we're beating you because you came home late. No, I had like a pretty much boring teenage life. Not really boring, but I'm just saying, I was very much indoorsy. I was a very much indoorsy kind of person. So even my parents, they never had to like set the rules with me. Jawari, like, you have curfew, you can't wear this, you can't do that. Even if like I wear the shortest skirt, I'm not going anywhere. You're going to find me in my room or in the garden outside. Like, that's literally just me. So yeah, I never had like the strict rules. Or like they beat you because they saw you with a guy on the streets. I never actually went through that. Like Mujolo was writing. I don't know how that feels. I've never gone through that because yeah, I was just like even when I started liking boys, it was basically just boys at school, and I feel like I very much decided I wanted it to be like that, because I would hear stories about how my friends be telling me stuff. They're like, oh, when you're jolling someone and then jiggy they want you to come to the house. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to nobody's house. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to approach this very nicely, very clean. Yeah. So what I did, I only messed around with boys from my school. And what happened was my school was not in an actual, it was not. So I'm from like a village, from a town. It's a village. There's a village somewhere there, and then like there's like a bunch of other villages, and then there's like inside the town, that's where my school was. So it was 30 minutes drive to school every day. Yeah, something of that sort. So it was a thing I could see. Even the people that were going to that school, most of us were not from around that place, that residential area. We were from like the villages that are surrounding that town, that school. Yeah. So it was the thing I would like, most of us were not even walking to school. We were using transport. So I would make sure I would date someone who were from a very different village, or like some people, they were from the suburbs, granted. So I would make sure I would date someone who's not from the same village, and then I'll just mess with that person, and then yeah, we're fine. I know I'm not meeting you a weekend now. Why am I getting money? I will meet a weekend. I'm not doing that. I think that sums everything up, my relationships and stuff. I promise you, yes guys, there's nothing interesting. Like, and I know someone will be looking at this and like, oh wait, so you're lying. When now what? That's between you and your grandmother, if we're being honest. I mean, I don't know, okay. So that when I your grandmother want a bright future for me, I want a future fellow. So yeah, I guess like it's really like, it's just like that. And honestly, I'm not mad at it. I'm not saying what I prefer being single anyways, but it's a thing I see myself for I am the most productive when I'm not in a relationship. Like I feel like immediately, like when I get into a relationship, I get crippled. Like even a lot of work for me, because manje, I'm not just thinking about myself. I'm thinking about myself, and then Lord, how is that thing going to affect the other person? What? So for me, I feel like they just kind of weigh me down. So it's better for me, Lord, I'm just alone. The last thing we're gonna talk about on relationships game. The last time I fell in love. I fell in love again early this year. It was we don't need to talk about that. Yeah, well, yeah, but we don't need to talk about that. But it is what it is. So moving on, we're going to talk about my health. I know because it's a less interesting thing to talk about, but let's talk about my health. I remember when I was like, I lost so much weight after recess, and then I got on a scale. Tell me why I gained 3 kgs. I gained, and I don't know where I gained it. Good. If you look at my waist, 70 kgs naki bonimo. I'm not seeing 70 kgs anywhere. And then I'm getting 70 kgs second. I'm like, go scaly. I'm seeing problems for real. Which is another thing that I want to talk about. My things that I wish to improve about myself. I'm not sure if I can say they're my insecurities. I feel like I've been always so like I'm just so scared of being like overweight. Not necessarily like a little bit chubby, but guys, and I grew up watching the 600-pound life in Tonton. So I'm just scared of being overweight. So I can tell you, like, even when I was like in like 7th grade, I used to work out, and then I worked out the most when I was in like 11th grade. After I gained weight, got the COVID-19, whatever, the pandemic, the lockdown, I gained so much weight. I was a ball. Like easy. I had to lose it all, and I actually did a good job losing it, because I remember I even had like the abs. I started looking cute, and then from then, I don't know, since from like 7th grade, I've always been like a personality. I get so freaked out by the scale, so I set like a range what I want to weigh, and then once I exceed that range, it was a big deal, and I honestly want to change that, because I feel like as long as my my body mass index, is it body mass index, is it that? As long as it's fine and it doesn't indicate any sort of like or overweight, I feel like I should be fine. But I don't know, I just still get like so freaked out. I'm kind of insecure about my weight, and but I don't know, I'm starting to care a little bit less about it, honestly. So health wise, I'm looking to like actually start working out again, because I stopped working out. I want to start working out again, and that's that. And then the other thing that we're going to move on to is skills, things that I wish to improve, skills that I wish to develop over the next coming years. So obviously, we're not talking about the skills they would want in a curriculum vitae. We're not talking about those kind of skills. We're talking about me skills. So I was looking into a few things. I still haven't like put my head on exactly what I want to improve on. But most of the things are things that self-care, whatever, maintenance. Because I don't want to be paying for things that I don't need to be paying for. Like doing my own hair, I should be able to do my own hair, my own nails, my own eyelashes. I should be able to do all that and then just beg my money. That's that. And also improving my cooking skills. I feel like I can cook quite a range of stuff, but can I really cook? I don't know. I feel like with me, it was a thing I would say like, the spices, ma'am, everywhere. I don't care. Like, and I eat like a lot of spicy food. So now I'm just trying to cut back a bit on the spice too. So the only spices that I'm using right now are literally just, do I use any spices at all? No, I use garlic, I use parsley, I use curry, I use guys, these days I don't even use a lot anymore, like the things that I was eating last year. So fine, that's that. I want to really know how to cook, like I want to be a girl. Can anyone in here cook this? I'm like, yup, you have to pay me, Oma. Boma 1,000 for me to cook this for you. Got your own ingredients, yeah. So yeah, I think that's that, guys. And so got the last thing that we're looking forward to improving got the next coming years. It's let me see the accomplishments. Oh, excuse me. Things that we're looking to accomplish in the next coming years. Okay, so like I said in my previous video, I'm really looking to grow, and I'm really looking to grow. Firstly, I want to grow my hair. Okay, I need to grow this hair. Like it's been the same length for how many years now? I don't care. It needs to grow. We're growing my hair this year. I want to grow my hair. I want to grow on YouTube. I've already set a goal. Like my goal is to get about 500 subscribers by the end of this year. I don't know how I'm going to achieve that goal because these days I'm busy back to back, okay, but I'm hoping we can actually do this. Thank you guys for watching today's video. See you guys next week Monday. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share.